All right, all right, all right. What is going on? What is up, folks? Hello and welcome. It is Wednesday. That's right, it is. If you're not aware, I am DSP, or Phil for short, or Philium, Phil I am. I don't know why I keep saying that this year, but hey, I'll go with it. Welcome to the beginning of a full day of live streaming. I am excited, and I hope that you guys are excited as well for a full day of streaming, right? Today is Wednesday, December 27th, 2017, for those who are not aware. What's up? And yes, today is Rusev Day, if you weren't aware. Rusev Day! Of course. Every day is Rusev Day. How's everyone doing? Good to see a lot of you regulars here in the stream chat. Hello, hello. As well as if you are not a regular, maybe you're a newcomer and you're just tuning in today for the first time just to see what everything's all about. You've been hearing about me streaming this year and you want to know what is going on. Well, welcome. So, what are we up to today? I will tell you. Let me inform you of what you can expect, because today is a pretty big day, both for gameplay and otherwise. So, this is my first of 2 gameplay streams. This stream is going to be the continuation of my Noire remastered playthrough. If you're not aware, I started this playthrough up yesterday for multiple reasons. Number 1, because I haven't played this game in 6.5 years. I don't remember much about it. Number 2, because this version of the game includes all of the DLCs. And when I played the game the first time around 6.5 years ago, it didn't have all the DLCs. So I'm actually getting to play new cases for the first time, which is cool. Yesterday I played the console's car or whatever. I did the mission for the first time, and it was a lot of fun. So it's like new content added in with a classic playthrough that I get to re-experience. And the third reason being my original playthrough, sadly, was removed from YouTube when the person who hacked the channel it was on was streaming FIFA Soccer on the channel all year. And finally, YouTube got wind of this and shut it down for copyright violations. So I need to get another LA Noire playthrough up on the internet regardless. So it's like, dual purpose. Both I'm enjoying the game, replaying it again, but at the same time, it's allowing me to create another LA Noire playthrough, which, the internet didn't have one. So there you go. So that's today. This is my first gameplay stream. It's going to run roughly 4 hours of gameplay. That's typically what these streams usually go, because, I take usually a commercial break, and we've got pre-stream, and with all that going on, typically it turns out to be roughly around 4 hours of gameplay when everything's said and done. All right. Now, that's the first stream for today. Later tonight, I'll be doing a second stream. The second stream tonight will be dual purpose, because for the first time ever in my 10 years that I've been making video content for the internet, my year-end series, for the first time ever, will be premiered live on stream first this year. That's right. So for those of you who are able to tune in later tonight around 7:30 p.m. Pacific time, okay, I'm going to be premiering part 1 of my most disappointing games of 2017 countdown right here on stream. The video is roughly, I think it's just under 15 minutes long. It's probably like 12 or 13 minutes, something like that. And it's the first 4 games, the first 4 parts of this countdown. I hope you enjoy it. Put some time in yesterday to edit this for you and get it out tonight on stream. And I put a lot of work into it. It was I think I started working at like 6 p.m. and I didn't finish editing until after 11. But that's because I did a ton of work. I got all the videos together that I needed for the whole series. I did all the voice work all in one sitting. I did a lot of work on this yesterday to get this series out for you this week. Okay? Okay. So, that being said, folks, that's going to be fun. And then, after I show that on stream for the very first time, which will be, 10, 15 minutes. It's not going to be a long thing. Then, I will play PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds for a couple of hours later tonight, which all of you I know are craving. I've basically been playing PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds every other day for the last 2 weeks. And every stream I've done is successful. People turn out, and people really enjoy it. So I'm going to keep doing it. As long as people are still enjoying it, there's absolutely no reason for me not to keep doing it. Okay? Sounds good. All right, so that's pretty exciting. All right, and I hope that you guys will tune in tonight for that as well. I mean, thank you obviously for being here for LA Noire now, but hopefully you'll also be here tonight, if you can be, for the premiere of the countdown, as well as my PlayerUnknown's Battleground stuff. Now, as always, if you cannot make the live streams or you can't hang around for the entirety of my live streams, I will be uploading all of these videos to DSPGaming, my YouTube channel, immediately following the end of the stream. All right. So for those who maybe are a little, oh man, I'm gonna miss the premiere tonight. It's fine. It's gonna go on YouTube right away, right after the stream ends anyway. So it's not like you have to wait an exorbitant amount of time to see it yourself if you can't be here live for the stream. Okay. Hold on one second. I just realized my lamp is on too bright. I was like, why are my eyes bothering me? My lamp is actually on far too bright. I put it on the brightest setting, and I'm like, that's why. Let me go lower the lamps. And, oh, by the way, I got to lower my computer speakers, too, before I forget. I'll do all this right now. Hold on. Get all done. There we go. Okay. Good. Got all done now, so I don't have to get up later to do it. Okay. So, folks, yes, that's what's on the agenda for today. Tomorrow, Thursday, also will be another session of LA Noire. Tomorrow night, there will not be a second stream. Reason being, two reasons. Number one, I'm going to be going out and doing my weekly errands, going to be going grocery shopping, and the like, which I need to do. And number two, because I am going to edit my second video in the year-end series of the worst games, the most disappointing games countdown. So, dual purpose, get two things done. Two birds with one stone. And then on Friday, yes, it will be a full day of streaming again with LA Noire on my first stream. And then, yes, the premiere of part 2 of my Worst Games Countdown on second stream, followed by PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. All right. Now, here's an idea, folks, that I want to run by you, especially those of you who are regulars here, for Saturday. Something that I'm thinking that's going to be a first. Well, I think I need to do it, and I may have to do it regularly, maybe once a week for the next month. As you guys know, for those of you who are regulars, you realize right now I'm in a bad situation financially. What's going on with me is I owe back taxes as well as the year's taxes for this Washington State business and occupation tax that I didn't know existed until just a couple months ago. All right. Within the first to second week of January, I should finally get an idea of what I'm going to owe by the end of January. Plus, I'm probably going to get a large tax bill from my tax attorney for all the work that they've been doing over the past couple of months to get this settled. All right. Now, the good news is you guys have been really supportive over the past couple of months. Actually, it's been more like a month because I told you guys about this issue just about a month ago at this point. And people have been coming out and cheering and subbing and tipping on stream. It's been great. All right. The other day, I got an awesome tip from a Secret Santa. Everything's been great, but I'm not there yet. You know what I mean? Like, I have not raised enough from what I'm being told the estimates are for what I'm going to owe by the end of January and what my tax attorney is going to end up billing me for all this work. Yeah, I've not made, nearly enough yet to compensate for what I'm going to owe. And, the money's not going to just come from the sky. So, here's the thing. All week, I've been pushing Patreon. I've been saying, guys, if you want to really help me out, please pledge to my Patreon. This is how you can do it. And sadly, I did get a couple pledges earlier this week, but it's been very slow. And this sucks because right now we're about $125 away from hitting the standard Patreon goal, which means that I'll be doing a redemption run of either Metal Gear Solid 2 or 3 in January. And we're about $1,000 away from hitting the stretch goal, which means I'll be playing both. All right? Now, the thing is, it's not that people aren't being supportive. It's that people are being supportive everywhere else besides Patreon. And at this point, it's making me nervous for a couple reasons. So let me give you some perspective here. All right. Number one, it's great that people tip me and all that, but tips through, PayPal, which is what people have been doing, are not guaranteed. Meaning there's some potential that at some point down the road, someone who's been tipping me can potentially say, oh, those aren't legit, and then try to dispute all the tips with PayPal. And then it's basically annoying system where I have to go back and respond to every dispute and everything. It's a real pain in the ass. Versus Patreon, people who actually contribute via Patreon, it's guaranteed. Once it's charged, it's charged. There's not, you know what I mean? Like it's in there. So Patreon is actually more foolproof than tips. However, I'll be honest here. I haven't really had many issues with tips. There was one person earlier this year who tipped me several $2 troll tips for 2 months straight, and then basically tried to charge them all back. And I went to PayPal and said, listen, this is illegitimate. It's obviously someone who's been abusing the system. And, you know, PayPal actually ruled in my favor. So it wasn't a big deal there. Okay. So that being said, that's why I prefer Patreon. Plus, like I said, I want to make this Patreon goal happen. It would be amazing if on January 1st, next week, boom, I start playing Metal Gear Solid 2. And then immediately when I finish that redemption run, boom, Metal Gear Solid 3, right? That would be really sweet. But we got to hit the Patreon goal, and with only 4 days left, that's right, folks. There's only 4 days left in the month of December, and I'm seeing no active patron pledges coming in. This is disturbing me. It's making me very nervous, all right? And I don't like being nervous. I like being happy. I actually made a tweet this morning. It's the God's honest truth. I woke up this morning early, about an hour early than I usually wake up. And I was like, all right, well, I got a little bit extra time. Let me go back to sleep. I couldn't. I was actually so excited about coming to stream today and playing LA Noire with you guys. And then later tonight doing PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds and being able to debut the year-end series for you tonight. I was actually excited to come to stream. I was like, wow, this is a feeling that, you know, I've had a lot this year. And when I think back the past few years, I haven't really had that feeling. It's like I got it back. I got the bug back for coming and sharing my gameplay experiences with you guys. It's like, it's cool. It's positivity. It's fun. It's something amazing that I love to get back. Loving what I do for a living, you know. But it sucks when I have these stupid things that make me nervous in the background. You know, I'd like to have them out of my mind so I can focus solely on the positivity for the next few months, right? So, that being said, all right, that being said, what I think I'm going to do this Saturday, for the first time ever, okay, for the first time ever, I've never done this before, I think I'm going to do a Patreon drive / kind of fundraising style stream. And what I mean by that is that all day Saturday, I'm thinking I'm going to play the stuff that people want to see. What do people want to see the most right now? For some reason, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. I don't know why. Like I said, I don't love the game, but I don't hate it either. Like, I just laugh at it because it's so bad on Xbox One. It's an entertaining experience every time I play it. Okay. So what I think I'm going to do is a stream where basically the purpose of the stream is to just dick around, you know, have some fun, have mostly just discussions with you guys while I play PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, and hopefully, you know, through, you know, repeated mentioning of it, what I'm hoping is that I'll be able to get some people who normally would not have pledged to Patreon to pledge to Patreon. All right. And the thing is, you know, I really, really, really need the support right now. And, you know, Patreon is the way to, I think if I sit here and I focus on it, because the thing is, a lot of other streamers do this. Streamers have these tip cups that they have that fill up during streams, and they regularly do this stuff. I don't. Usually what I do is I do a pre-stream where all I do is mention the plugs during the pre-stream. That's it. And then for the rest of the day, I just play games and have fun, and I'll do shout-outs for any contributions that you guys do. Okay? So that being said, folks, you know, I think it's the way to go. And I think that doing a session like that will give more awareness to Patreon as well. Because the bottom line is I don't really mention it that much outside of pre-stream. So anyone who isn't here for the first half an hour of my streams every day literally has no idea my Patreon exists. You know? And especially YouTubers too. People who watch me on YouTube probably have no clue that Patreon exists. Because, you know, they don't pay attention to that. I don't really plug it on YouTube at all that often. So that being said, folks, I think Saturday is going to be the first time I've ever done a session like this where it's going to basically me be dicking around in PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds kind of all day long. And it's less about the gameplay quality, but more about me just talking with you guys and shooting the shit and having fun. And hopefully fundraising. Now, what I mean by that is I already mentioned this yesterday, and I mentioned it on Twitter. For those who do pledge to my Patreon from now till the end of the month, I'm going to give you a shout out on stream just like everybody else gets. So, you know, everyone who cheers, subs, and tips gets a shout out on stream. I'm going to give you guys a shout out on stream if you pledge to my Patreon as well. All right? So, I think that's going to motivate people to pledge to Patreon, because I think right now what you're seeing is a big dichotomy. What you're seeing is, well, I'm on stream and I'm having fun with Phil, so I'm going to cheer, sub, or tip, so he'll give me a shout out. We'll get some interaction on the stream. But what's my motivation to pledge to his Patreon? You know, yes, I get patron perks, and that's great, but those are all personal things behind the scenes. Maybe I want like a public shout out or whatever for my contribution. Now, the truth is, folks, I tried to link my Patreon to streaming. I did. There was a capability of doing it 2 months ago in Muxy, but it doesn't do anything. I linked the damn thing, and then I went to look. It doesn't give any, there's no information. It doesn't allow you to like pool the information. It doesn't even give like a running status, like for example, if I wanted to keep status on my Patreon and have it maybe give it, you know, updates, I can't. It doesn't even tie in. So I have to do it manually. This is why I have it set up that when people pledge to my Patreon, I get an update live, like via email when people pledge. So, yeah, folks, that's what's going to happen, I think. I think this Saturday is going to be a big, first ever special fundraising event where hopefully people will come out just to hang out with me, you know, watch me play PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, dick around. You know, and it's going to be more interactive than anything else. It's really not about the gameplay. It's more about just hanging out with me. And, you know, hopefully, if things go well, motivating people to pledge so we, at the very least, we can at least have one goal. I mean, it would be spectacular if I could hit both goals, do the stretch goal for this month. Because that would literally be $1,000 extra that would go straight towards this tax situation with my house. And, you know, I wouldn't have to worry about, oh no, now I can't pay these stupid business and occupation taxes, and I got to worry about selling my house this year. You know what I mean? To get caught up with taxes. So, you are incorrect, Leonaris. Leonaris is so wrong on like so many issues. I'm not trying to be negative. First thing he says on the stream, I think you're moving too fast with your current girlfriend. Well, that's, no one cares. That's not even your business. And now he says, well, people are going to pledge, or people are going to give you tips because tips are instant. Well, Patreon isn't. No, it's not. You're wrong. Patreon is instant. Patreon, I get immediately. The way my Patreon is set up, that when you pledge, you have to, it's a pre-charge. So to pledge to my Patreon, you get charged immediately, just like a tip. So I actually get patron funds immediately, just like tips. So, wrong. You've been double wrong. Double wrong. You were wrong first, then you were wrong again. Okay. All right. So that being said, folks, that's kind of the deal. All this week, LA Noire, year-end series, and PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds at night. This Saturday is going to be a special fundraising event, I think, all day long. And hopefully, being that I am fundraising all day long, I will be able to hit the goal and or goals on Patreon. It would be amazing if like we had a couple very generous people who came out and we hit the stretch goal. That would help me tremendously. And let's face it, if I hit the stretch goal, January would be amazing. 2 straight weeks of Metal Gear Solid. Fun stuff, redemption runs. That's going to be tons of fun. Plus, balance that in with the year-end series and PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. That's going to be a great couple of weeks, right? Oh my God, excuse me. Okay. So, that's the deal, folks. What else is going on right now? Not too much. You know, like I said, I'm gearing up for the new year. In fact, last night, I got my new planner, my new wall calendar in the mail this week, and I put it up on my wall, and I populated it with all the new releases that are coming out. By the way, not a lot. I looked at all the new releases that are scheduled for 2018 so far. I don't even think there's a dozen that are coming in the next, like, 4 months that I'm really interested in. So it's going to be a slow start to the year. At the same time, that's okay. And the reason I say that is there's going to be some stuff going on. For example, the upcoming Super Mario Sunshine playthrough that everyone seems to want to see. That's going to be coming, you know, in like February probably, because it doesn't look like there's a heck of a lot else going on. So it'll give me an opportunity to do stuff like that. Okay. So that being said, I was going to film the video of my calendar walkthrough last night, but my camera's battery was dead. I was like, ah, shit. So it charged overnight. Now today, if I get a chance tonight, I might be able to. I doubt I'm going to be able to, though, because I got a second stream. So maybe tomorrow I'll have a chance to do it. So coming up, there will be 2018 early gaming calendar walkthrough where I'll show you the games that I'm interested in playing in early 2018. People are always interested in that, so that'll be coming up soon. You know what I really noticed? For the first time ever, all right? For the first time ever, there's like nothing in April. Typically April, in particular, usually right the week of my birthday, or usually the week or two after my birthday, April is usually a really big gaming month. And this year, there's like nothing. I think We Happy Few is like the only game coming up in April. And that really blows me away because that's very different. Very weird that April is such a slow gaming month. But hey, maybe I'll finally get the opportunity to do something for my birthday. Which I haven't done in years. Usually, typically for my birthday, I work. I usually maybe I go out and I'll have a dinner or something. But for the most part, my birthday's just a normal day. Maybe this year, because there's nothing going on gaming-wise, I'll actually do something for my birthday. Who knows? You know, it all depends on how stuff goes this year. This year is so up in the air for me, 2018, because, again, really for me, I'm not looking even past January. For me, it's like, okay, between now and the end of January, I have to raise several $1,000s. I have to pay these taxes. I have to pay my tax attorney. I have to get enough money so that I can pay whatever this payment plan they may put me on for back taxes. And then I have to work my ass off for the first few months of the year for the impending, yearly federal tax bill that's coming up. And that's kind of my focus. Like, I'm not even looking past that. You know what I mean? Like, who knows what's going to happen this year? I told you guys I have certain goals for this year set. At one point, maybe I'd like my girlfriend to move in with me and stuff like that. So I've got these goals set, but, like, I'm not even seeing past January yet. I don't want to go look too far ahead because the bottom line is, if I don't raise enough funds and I don't make it past this January hurdle that I have with these taxes, the rest of my year is going to be all thrown into a loop. Basically, I'm going to have to sell my house, which is going to take months because I have to renovate the house, basically, which I have no money for, by the way. So I don't know how I'm going to do it. Maybe I have to borrow money from my parents. I have no idea. But I have to basically prepare the house for sale, put it on the market, sell it, find another place to move, which is going to be a pain in the ass, sell a ton of the shit that I have in the house, because I can't take it all with me to a smaller place, then move to the smaller place, get set up there. By the way, this whole process of doing all this is going to significantly take away from the amount of time that I'm going to have to live stream with you guys, which I don't want to do. I want to still be here and have fun every day with you guys. So, you know what I mean? It's going to be a pain in the ass. All right? It's going to be a pain in the ass. And I don't want that. I want this year to be a fun year of growth. Like I said, this year, 2017, the stream has grown exponentially. I got more subs than ever before, more viewers than ever before, more contributions than ever before. Everyone's talking, people are talking about me in a positive light for the first time in years. That's a good thing. And I want to keep that up. And if my whole year 2018 is leaving this house and downsizing, it's not going to be a good thing. It's going to be a very negative thing. So that's what I mean. Like, I'm just trying to get past January and then focus on the next big thing, which will probably be April. Okay? All right. So anyway, folks, just getting that off my chest, it is something that's bothering me. It is, but, that's like I said. Let's see how it goes. This week should be good with LA Noire and the PlayerUnknown's Battleground stuff. This Saturday, a fundraising session. Let's see how these go. And then, obviously, based off of that, how Patreon goes, we'll see what happens in January with if I do these Metal Gear Solid Redemption runs. Let's see how those go. And I guess we'll go from there. All right? All you can do is be positive and hope that things go well, right? I see that people are People are asking me, what is the current sub count? Current sub count is 340. We started last night. Well, yesterday we had 344. That's the record I've ever had, was 344 total subs. Now we're down to 340, which is fine. Every day this is what happens. It fluctuates. Some people's, subscriptions expire and they don't have it on auto renew, and then some people come in and sub. So we'll see. Maybe we'll top it today. All we need is 5 subs, and we can top that. We can get to a new record. Okay. All right, well, sadly I have to time some people out. I'm trying to be very calm, and I'm trying to be laid back here today, folks, but you got some people who are just being stupid in the stream chat and think they're know-it-alls. Yes, of course, you know all my personal situation. Sure you do. It's very frustrating when, I'm being real with you guys, and I'm opening up, and I'm telling you the truth, and I'm talking, and you got people, 4 years ago, you should have had the hindsight to know that YouTube revenue was going to drop, and you shouldn't have bought all that stuff for that house. It's like, what are you, stupid? Yes. 4 years ago, we all should have had crystal fucking balls and seen what was going to happen with the amount of trolling that I put up with and all the nasty stuff that happened to me. And, yeah, I'm going to have that foresight. Okay. And then you got people who are like, well, I thought that he got a giant tip the other day. Yeah, I got one giant tip. You're correct. That didn't magically pay off the thousands upon thousands of dollars of that I'm going to owe by the end of January. It was one very nice tip. It was very much appreciated from a Secret Santa. Did it help? Absolutely. Did it magically cure all my problems? No. But that's the thing. Oh, you got one big tip, therefore we don't. Why is he still talking about this? It wasn't $1 million tip. Good Lord, these people. All right, anyway. Let's do some quick plugs. Then I'll do some shout-outs. Oh, some shout-outs here. And then we will begin with LA Noire. Sound good? Okay. Well, the plugs, I think you guys got the gist of it with the Patreon deal, right? If you go to my Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil, you pledge to my Patreon for this month. There's 4.5 days left. Not only do you earn personal perks for your pledges, but you're pledging towards the Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 redemption run goal. $125 more earned this month, and we'll be doing the level 1 goal, which is you'll be voting on whether you want to see Metal Gear Solid 2 or 3 redemption run over the course of early January. If we hit the stretch goal, which is about $1,000 more from right now, okay, then I'll be playing both games back to back, and there'll be no wait to start. I'll be starting right off the bat. Because I won't have to do any polling. Okay. Sounds good? Okay. Very nice. Please consider pledging to my Patreon. If you pledge to my Patreon anytime by the end of December, I will give you a shout out on stream just like everyone else who cheers, subs, or tips. All right? So you get that recognition everybody else gets as well. There's also my Teespring store, folks, where you can buy really cool custom-made t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, mugs, stickers, great quality stuff. I own a bunch of it, so I can personally attest the quality of the stuff is great. Fan-made designs. Fan-designed and developed artwork and logos for the product line. Anything you buy off my Teespring shop, I get a pretty decent-sized commission. So please consider pledging. Please consider buying something. Okay. And thank you very much for your support there. Okay. Last but not least, folks, if you either cheer, sub, or tip during any point during my streams, I will give you a verbal shout out on the stream as long as your cheer, sub, or tip is not some kind of a trolling message. All right. If you cheer 50 bits or more, if you subscribe to the channel and click the share button, or if you tip me $2 or more, you'll get an on-screen pop-up notification as well. So you're going to get both visual and verbal recognition for your contributions, all right? Pretty cool, right? Now, a few quick things, folks. Number one, if you do cheer with bits today, I do ask, please include the hashtag charity. If you put the hashtag charity into your cheer, for every 1,000 bits that are cheered with that included, Twitch is going to donate $2 to charity. So please include it. It's no skin off your back or mine. It's a free way to help charity, and I fully support it. So please do so. All right? Number two, If you've never been subscribed to my channel before, and you subscribe to my channel by the end of this month, it's a 20% discount. It's a 20% sale that Twitch is running on subs. Also, if you are in the giving mood, it is the holiday season, ladies and gentlemen, and if there's someone in stream chat maybe who you're friendly with, or you just want a surprise, you want to be a secret Santa, a little bit belated secret Santa for Christmas, if you buy someone else or gift them a subscription, it's also 20% off, okay? That's also running till the end of the month, okay? Last but not least, folks, as I've been mentioning, but I'll bring it up one more time, I prefer right now, if you're wondering, gee, I'd like to support Phil, but I don't know what the best way to do so is. The best way you could support me is via pledging to my Patreon, all right, at patreon.com/darksidephil, because that's going to allow these Metal Gear events to happen in January. The second best way you can contribute is by tipping me. If you don't know what that means, if you're watching my live stream right now, if you scroll down on my Twitch page to the grid of information that's there, including, things like the stream rules and links to my YouTube channels, there's also a section there that says tips. If you click on that, it's a picture of me posing with Pokemon. All right. What you'll see is it'll take you to my tips page, where you can either tip anonymously or you can leave your name in a message. All right. Or you could be a secret Santa like that person was the other day. Okay. Pretty cool. Now, why is Patreon and tips preferred? Because right now I have this impending tax issue coming up, and I need to pay this by the end of January. And both Patreon and tips I get immediately. All right. New pledges to Patreon and or tips, I can use those funds for whatever I need right away, versus comparing that with cheering and subbing, which are still good, but cheering and subbing, those funds get tied up for about 2 months of processing. So the good news is that this month has been great for cheers and subs, but I won't see any of that until February, which is going to be too late to help out with my tax situation, okay? So thank you, everyone who has contributed. I'm very appreciative of everything you guys have been doing for me. Let's hope things go positively here, all right? All right, shout-outs time. So overnight, I think we had a bunch of people who contributed. Let's do some shout-outs. Yes, first of all, we had F. Jord Sun, who subscribed to the channel overnight. Thank you, F. Jord Sun, for the sub. Game Master 2003 is dead. Did a bunch of cheering. All right. We had a 35-bit cheer, then a 90-bit cheer, then a 20-bit cheer, then a 15-bit cheer. So thank you very much to Game Master 2003 is dead for your overnight cheers. Shout out to Rob Ixer91 Gamer, who subscribed to the channel. And also shout out to Club Soda 69, who subscribed to the channel. Very nice. Shout out to Golden Colts, who did a 55-bit cheer and a 10-bit cheer. Club Soda 69 then went ahead and did a 10-bit cheer and said, Phil, know that things will always work out in the end. You're a fighter. Stay strong. Thank you very much for that support, Club Soda. And Encephalols also subscribed to the channel overnight. So thanks, everyone who did cheering, subbing, and tipping overnight. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. It's really awesome to see that people come out to support me, even when I'm not live streaming. That is amazing to know that I have that level of support. Thank you guys very, very, very much. Now, the next, I'm misspeaking here. When I started streaming today, we had a few people who contributed. We have Tevin the Stalker. Obviously, this is someone who's basically parodying Tevin, one of my stalkers. All right. Did a $20 tip. Thank you very much, whoever this is, whoever did really tip me $20. And they said, this is for the 5+ hours of hard work you did for the most disappointing games countdown. A question, why not make the entire countdown in one video? I think it makes more sense. Well, it's very simple. It's 13 entries. Each entry I talk about for about 3 minutes. If I did one video, the countdown would be about 40+ minutes long, which most people say is way too long for any kind of video. They don't like that. They like small, digestible videos, which on average on YouTube, the average digestible video length is around 10 to 15 minutes. Okay? That's kind of the hot spot for YouTube videos. All right? Anything longer than that, you lose retention, viewer retention, because people just don't have an attention span. I'm sorry, it's just the truth. And doing it this way, all right, I'm able to release parts during the course of the week. So tonight I'm going to release a part. Probably Friday night I'm going to release a part. And probably Monday I'll release a part. Versus if it wasn't like that, I'd have to just do it all at once, which means you wouldn't even get the countdown till next week. See what I mean? So a stream of content that's digestible versus one giant video that you have to wait like a week for, that's the difference. And that's why I've always done it like that. You know, keep in mind, I used to do them, every numbered entry was a separate video. You know, I used to do top 13 to be 13 videos. Now, at least I'm just doing it so there's 3, okay? But you got to understand, you know, I've been around for 10 years. I kind of understand how the YouTube audience works, all right? All right. Brits94 to the 10-bit cheer and said, how much have you raised for your taxes so far? Are we doing good? Well, in general, all right, what you got to understand is that anything that people tip towards me or whatever is all going kind of into the same pool, all right? It all kind of goes into the same, you know, general pool. And it goes towards everything. So, for example, I'll give you an example here. Just the other day, I had to sit down, and I had to pay my federal taxes for the year. I had to pay a small tax bill for my tax attorney that I owed him from the work he did in November. And a few other. There was actually a sewer tax bill I had to pay for my stupid condo that I'm stuck with in fucking Connecticut, which I hate. So all that kind of went out. In general, I think I've raised about maybe $2,000, I would say, which is good because that's probably going to be enough either to cover at least some of the tax bill that's going to be due at the end of January or to cover the tax attorney. I don't know because I don't know what they're going to be. I have no idea. I wish I could tell you guys right now, here's what I owe and here's what we have towards it. I don't know. I don't even know what I owe. I won't know until at least like a week or 2 passes in January because what I need to do is figure out how much money I made this year, which I won't know until the end of this year, right? Because keep in mind, all these patron pledges, tips, and everything coming in right now counts as my income for 2017. Once I have a final number of what I made this year, I provide that to my tax attorney. They'll do their work, and then they'll be able to give me, okay, this is what you owe by the end of January. Boom. Okay, this is what you owe us for doing this work. Boom. Good. Then what's going to happen is the state of Washington is going to work with my tax attorney to figure out what I owe on back taxes, okay, which is going to be thousands and thousands of dollars, I'm sure. And they're either going to tell me you owe it in one lump sum, which I hope not because I don't have the money, or they're going to divvy it out and say, okay, here's a payment plan, okay? So I can't answer. What did I raise? Probably roughly around $2,000 between the big tip the other day and all the smaller stuff that's been coming in the past couple of weeks. Probably about $2,000, which is good. That's excellent. That's going to help me big time, but it's certainly not enough to get me out of the situation, which is why I'm like, man, if people would pledge to Patreon, that would be tremendous. You know what I mean? So there you go. All right. YOLO Dopper did a 10-bit cheer and says, it's ridiculous how people tell you that you should know everything 5 or 7 years beforehand. No, I know. That's the thing. All right. Back then, all right. Here's the deal. Here's the deal, folks. When I moved out here into Washington in mid-2014, all right, when I moved out here mid-2014, I was making a certain amount of money on YouTube. Keep in mind, that was before I had Patreon. That was before I did Twitch. I was making a certain amount of money on YouTube, okay? When I moved out here, YouTube changed all their algorithms, and all my videos got pushed out of YouTube search, okay? It just happened. They changed it all so that then it was based off of the length of your video and engagement on your video rather than views on your video. So all my videos got pushed out of YouTube search. Then in 2015, I had false copyright strikes that again destroyed my YouTube channel, put me out of the YouTube rankings completely. So between the years of 2014 to 2015, my income that I was making off of YouTube dipped by about 50%. So imagine that. You move out across the country, and then all of a sudden you start making half as much money as you used to. All right? So then I started adopting things like Patreon and trying to make money via other methods to try to make up for it. But my YouTube never recovered. Okay? And then, on top of all that, YouTube ad revenue plummeted again this year. Now I'm making 1/3 as much as I used to make on YouTube. Okay? So it's been a disaster pretty much. You know, ever since I moved, it's just been down, 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 down. Now, the flip side of this is that Twitch this year has been great. Twitch this year has been nothing but positive. Open up, you know, more viewers, more subs. Everything's been great on Patreon. So that's what I mean is that I'm trying my best here to stay positive and grow what I can grow. And Twitch is what I can grow right now. So that's why I'm focusing on Twitch and streaming, okay? But yeah, isn't it hilarious how people like to say, well, Phil, when you moved out here, 4 years ago, if only you had the hindsight to know that your revenue would dip once, then twice, then 3 times. How would I know that? How would I have known that there would have been a YouTube bubble that burst because they changed the whole website? Then I would have gotten all these false copyright strikes to screw my channels over. Then ad revenue would have plummeted in 20 seconds. How would I have known any of that? That's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Okay. All right. Brits94 did another 10-bit cheer. He said, Twitch ain't double dipping on my charity. This is for you, Phil. No. Brits, here's the thing. I asked that everyone include hashtag charity in their cheers, okay? Here's the deal, folks. The bottom line is, if you include hashtag charity in your cheers, you're not no one's double dipping. No one's taking your money. No one's taking your bits. Twitch is actually going to donate of their own, goodness of their heart. They don't take anything away from me. They don't take anything away from you. If you cheer with hashtag charity, I still get the bits. But Twitch also additionally does a charity pledge. Get it? So please include hashtag charity in your cheers. I guess there's some misunderstanding there. Okay. Amos Bro did a 10-bit cheer. And he says, afternoon, dude. If you get to the Metal Gear Solid 2 Redemption run, fair warning that the plant is a bitch even if you have a guide. Speaking as someone who's beating it multiple times. Well, I did play the game once, and I sucked horribly at it. I know I failed about 4 zillion times playing it. And the bottom line is that coming, this time, if it is chosen that that's the game that I play, if we don't hit the stretch goal and people vote for Metal Gear Solid 2, I'm going to do my best to legitimately do well. I don't know how it's going to go. I'm probably going to die a million times, but at least this time I'll be paying attention and trying my best to do it versus the last time I was just fucking around. So, we'll see how it goes. All right, shout out to 44K Panda, who tipped me $2 and said, optional troll message. Very nice. Thank you for the troll message, 44K Panda. Coverus did a 20-bit cheer and says, better take a sip. Thank you very much, Coverus. And we got a troll cheer from a troll who said something stupid that I'm not going to read. Very nice. All right, I guess we're ready to go. That seems to be all the shout-outs for this morning. Or this afternoon, I guess. All right, everybody. Are we ready? Are you ready? Anything else? Anyone else have anything else to get off their chest before we begin with LA Noire today? Because I'm about to start. So, speak now or forever hold your peace. By the way, we're back down to 339 subs. So another sub expired. Darn it. Gosh darn it. Like I said, hopefully by the end of today, maybe we'll make a new record. 344 is the current record. We're down to 339 right now. So, it's not bad, though. We're still up there. Still a good number. Coverus did a 20-bit cheer and says, serious question, what do you know about ASMR? It's very popular on YouTube and probably has one of the most positive online communities. I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even know what that... ASMR I thought is speaking like this. Oh, hello everybody. Thanks for coming out to stream. Join me for the tender moments of LA Noire as I give you my sensual voice. I thought that's what ASMR is. Right? So how is that a community? A community of people who talk like that? Oh my god. Oh yeah, baby. Oh, I want to solve some cases. I want to bring justice to Los Angeles. Ah, yes. There you go. I hope my sensuous voice puts the hairs standing up on the back of your neck, baby. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. All right. I think that's enough of that. Let's get started. This is ridiculous. Let's get started. Hobo X says, do this randomly throughout the playthrough. Yes. I'll just randomly start talking like that out of nowhere. Scare the fuck out of people. Be like, what the hell? What's happening here? What is going on? Why is Phil talking like this? All right. Are we good to go? All right, I think we're good. I think we're safe. Because every day I say, are we good to go? And then I'm about to start, and then I get a bunch of fucking cheers and shit. It looks like today we're good. It looks like it calmed down. All right. Let's end the pre-stream. Let's begin with LA Noire. Sound good? All right, let's do it. Let's continue on. In fact, I'm almost positive we're at the very end of the traffic cases. I think I have like 1 or 2 more tops, if that. So within like a half an hour, I may get promoted and we may get into the next major leg of the story, which is cool. All right. Oh, WJR gave me an update. He says that the discounted subs actually ends on January 6th, not December 31st. Okay, cool. I didn't know that. Good. So I could keep promoting it through that first week of January. Sounds good. Thank you, WJR, for the update. All right. It's now time, ladies and gentlemen, for us to begin with the continuation of my LA Noire playthrough. I hope that you've eagerly anticipated the soothing sounds of dicks with guns. Okay, let's do this.